All right, so we're all looking forward to summer. The only thing we're not looking forward to is mosquitoes and gnats and things that make us run back inside. If you're the only one sitting out in that patio because you're the one that the bugs don't like, let's invite our friends back out. It's called DynaTrap. This is an LED mosquito and insect trap with the easy empty bin and the T102, which we'll talk about. This model is exclusive to QVC. We've got two newer colors for you that are also exclusive to QVC, so we'll talk about those. And today you're going to tell us whether you have an acre that you want to protect at the big deal price of $89.98, 4 easy pays at $22.50. Or whether you have a half an acre, that is at a big deal price of $59.98, 4 easy pays at $14.99. So worth it, without a doubt. And you're gonna get everything you need. They also have a brand new design, so they look sleeker and newer, and I think they kind of work better than they've ever worked before, which is if you are fighting those mosquitoes and the wasps and the moths and the beetles and the flies, and no, it's not going to hurt the good things that we have out there, the bees and other good things. No butterflies in there, you don't have to worry. So this is the 1 acre size. This is a half acre. Because of the more compact size, the half acre almost looks like the 1/4 acre that we used to sell, and the 1 acre almost is about the size of the half acre that we originally did. And we're going to talk about all that with Sean Pickford, our DIY guy, and it's always nice to have you back. Your timing is perfect.
Yeah, I got a warning on my phone yesterday that said mosquito are really high. It's that time of year
because
because
my gosh, and it's been raining non-stop.
well, it's the rain, but now we get the heat. So what does that mean? Everything hatches. So we're in the point of the season now where it's bug season, and leave it to DynaTrap to go after those bugs so you can enjoy being outside.
Exactly.
I live at the beach. No-see-ums can be brutal. I don't have a no-see-um problem because I have 2 DynaTraps, and I absolutely love it. So
I bet your neighbors love it too.
Yeah, because they really do work, and that's the great thing about them.
Yeah,
Look, you don't sell 2.3 million of them here at QVC alone if it doesn't work. So it's simple, it's easy. It's a matter of you finding a place to put it and plugging it in and checking the trap. That's all there is to it.
And you just leave it in. That's a nice thing.
Yes.
So can we start with basics? We're going to give everybody the unit itself. It's going to come with the light bulb that's needed. It'll come with the chain as well and a little cleaning brush, and it's easier than ever to empty.
Right.
So we got that out of the way. Here's your forest green color, and then here's your here's your granite, pardon me, and then here is your slate blue. These 2 colors are exclusive to QVC through July 1st, so keep that in mind.
Yeah. So what this does, this mimics us as human beings. So those flying pests that need to bite us are attracted to 3 things. They're attracted to light, warmth, and carbon dioxide. And that's what the T102 is on there.
Okay.
So that's the carbon dioxide that this gives off. Not all DynaTraps have that. All DynaTraps at QVC have that. To me, that turbocharges it, makes it better. So we're talking about things like mosquitoes, flies, wasps, hornets, moths, and stink bugs. For the first few years,
bugs too.
That's all we could talk about. But we've added a whole other list, and this is how it works. Now, when you get it home, it's fully assembled. So out of the box, you just plug it in. There's the UV light. It lasts up to 2.25 years. What does that mean? 27 continuous months of use, all right? It attracts insects day and night. That's what's different about this. There's the carbon dioxide that we give off. That turbocharges it. That's what's really attracting the mosquitoes and those 12 other pests. When they get close enough, Pat, they're sucked down into the chamber where they humanely expire, all right? Because let's face it, we don't want them biting us. We don't want them on our kids or our pets. The one-touch easy emptying system, that came from you. The QVC customer said, I don't want to get near those disgusting bugs. Can you make it easier for us to dispose of them? That's what this little button is here on the bottom. So all you do is you hit that little button over a covered trash can. They're gone. Goodbye, good riddance. These are bugs. This is 1 week's worth of bugs here in the Westchester area. Look at 1 week.
Woo!
All right? But that's the beauty of it. They're in the DynaTrap. They're not on you, your food, so they're not biting you. You're not lighting candles. You're not spraying stuff on yourself. You're plugging this in and letting it work.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's an update. I don't know if you know this. So in the half acre, I only have green to be able to offer you now. And 120 remain in that. That is it at the big deal price. I don't even remember this price. I mean, that's how good this price
it's a
is.
tremendous
This is a
value.
tremendous value. How would I know whether I needed the half acre or the 1 acre?
Well, based on your size of property. So if you have a smaller piece of property, you can start off with the half acre. Most people that do that trade up to the 1 acre. Look at the size in them, all right? If you live near water or woods or stuff like that where you have a lot of bugs, you're going to be emptying the half acre twice as much as you would the full acre, just because of the base of the size of the bin. So in my case, I know a lot about mosquitoes. I want the 1 acre. I want to attract and capture as many of these guys as I can, because I don't want them anywhere around my area. So that's how easy it is. People also ask, all right, you're asking us to plug it in 24/7.
Yeah.
Doesn't that get expensive?
I think it makes people nervous, the idea that, and we're used to, Sean, when we go outside, then we turn something on, and then we come back inside, we turn it off.
Yeah. This costs,
not that.
This costs less than 2 cents a day to operate.
Yeah.
So technology's been great to us, especially at DynaTrap. We've shrunken the size down. We catch more bugs than we ever have before, and it costs you less money per day to do it. So leave it to DynaTrap to say we can make a better mouse trap, in this case, better flying insect trap, and they only go after the pest, not the pollinators.
Yeah.
The honeybees, the butterflies, and the hummingbirds are all safe.
Yep.
Nothing to worry about. These are some of the bugs we're talking about.
Yeah.
Of course, the number one is the mosquito. But then you have the no-see-ums, all right, and the biting midges. Then you have the Japanese beetles, all right? You
Those
have the
are
gnats,
so
the
disgusting.
blowflies, the drain flies, and the musket you're seeing here. So 13 pests that could drive you inside. Half of them you can barely see, they're so small, all right? But this is a better way to take back your yard. Yesterday, I live at the beach now. Yesterday was absolutely beautiful. I sat out on the deck. It was awesome.
Jane
Now-
and I are available to visit.
Oh, okay, no problem. But there was no breeze. What does that usually mean? No see-ums.
yes.
All right? I didn't have a problem with no see-ums because I have a DynaTrap. Usually means the mosquitoes are out. Yeah, I got that warning on my phone. I didn't have a problem. I have the DynaTraps. That's what I love about these. They really do work. And look, you get 30 days to try it out.
Yes.
If you don't see bugs like this
Yep.
in your container after 30 days, I want to know where you live because I'm moving there.
Yeah.
All right? Right?
Well, and you get it home for $15 or $22. Use your credit card on this. You use it for 30 days. Decide you want to keep it, and you got it at a big
That's
deal
it.
price. It's not going to be at a big deal price forever. That's a limited amount of time when we can offer you that. Here's a housewarming gift that
Oh,
you could give
awesome.
to someone.
Oh,
Would that be
yeah.
a great housewarming gift?
Father's Day's coming up?
Right, Father's Day, maybe like the rest of us, you put a lot of money into your outdoors. Jane has the most incredible,
Oh, yes, she does.
entertaining place, and she's a great entertainer as well. I'm very proud of my little deck, which is this huge rectangle, but I want to sit out there. I want to be able to enjoy
Right.
it. We spend a lot of money and time and effort into all of that. When I garden during the day, my mosquitoes, listen, where I live, it's very swampy in New Jersey. We've had a ton of rain,
Yeah.
which we're grateful for because, we needed it. However, that draws those bugs. And as you said, now it's getting hot outside. You want to be outside. You don't want to be slathering yourself and your kids up with all kinds of stuff. You don't want that funky smelling stuff around. Give this a try. Now, important, I think one of the most important things is, where should I put this?
Great question. As beautiful as they are, you don't want to sit them in the center of your
Yeah,
picnic table.
please don't.
You're drawing the bugs to it. You want it about 20 to 30 feet away from where you are. If you don't have that much space, put it as far away as you can. You want it 2 to 6 feet off the ground. It can be on a wall, you can hang it in a tree, you can put it on a shepherd's hook, okay? But that's the fly zone. That's where
Okay.
those pests spend all
Remind
their
me
time.
again. Say it again.
2 to 6 feet off the ground.
2 to 6 feet off the
20
ground?
to 30 feet away from where
Okay.
you are, and leave it plugged in. Yes, there's a 6-foot cord that comes with
Yes.
each one of these, but you can plug it into an outdoor extension cord. I leave mine out there. Even in hurricane season, I've had them out there. It doesn't matter. These things are really tough. We build them like crash helmets, all right? They're not going to fade. So next year, your hunter green is going to look hunter green. Your slate blue is going to look slate blue.
Yeah.
So
When it gets really, really cold, far enough into the fall, when I know I'm not going to be out there and they're done,
Yeah.
goes in the shed.
That's it.
One of the first things I took out of the shed when I was taking things out for the spring was
Yep.
what you're looking at right here. If you want the forest green in the half acre, you have to have it in your cart right now. Make sure you check out because it is going that quickly. And when it's gone at that big deal price. 5 dozen remain. That is it. So talk about $22.50. This is what you're going to get. You're going to get a summer that you enjoy.
Yeah, none of this.
Yes, exactly. None of this.
Nope.
because some people really react to all those kinds of things. So let's go back. For somebody who doesn't really understand this, we actually have a really nice way of explaining it.
Yeah, so this mimics us as human beings, all right? This is what it looks like. It comes to you fully assembled. Take it out of the box, plug it in. If it doesn't go on, there's a little switch on the side. There's a UV light in there that lasts 2¼ years, 27 continuous months. It attracts flying insects, pests, day and night. It gives off carbon dioxide. It is one of the only things out there that I know of that does that. That's what makes this so effective at capturing mosquitoes and 12 other pests. When those pests get close enough, there's a fan in there, sucks them down into the trap. As Rick Domar says, you can check in, but you can't check out. Okay? So they expire.
Hotel
The
California.
one touch, yeah, exactly. The one-touch easy emptying system is awesome. You don't have to touch the bugs. Why is that important? One female mosquito
Yes.
can lay 200 eggs at a time. She can do that 3 times in a 30-day period. That's why they are the #1 worldwide pest, because one mosquito could be 600 more mosquitoes.
No,
So
that's why she bites you.
Well,
Because
yeah.
she has 600 kids now that
Yes.
she has to take care of in 1 month.
that's exactly it.
But, you know, and they also stay in that general area.
Yeah, if they're
So-
on your property, chances are they were born
They're
on your
gonna
property.
stay there. Yeah. So, all right. This is almost gone, the ½ acre, last call on that. If it's in your cart, please make sure you check out. And then for the 1 acre, we do have the forest green. We also have the granite and then the slate blue. They all work the same. Get them home, try them for 30 days. They're
That's
a
it.
big deal. Sean, let us know when Jane and I can come down.
Okay,
Okay?
we'll send you the invite.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Now here's the info for what I'm wearing, and I am wearing